We are Black Force. We are San Diego.
Well, a huge day yesterday for Brandon Crawford. He exploded for 3 hits, 3 extra base hits, drove in 3 runs to help the Giants take Game 3 of the series 5-3. He's been on fire, and the Giants have taken 2 of the first 3 games of this 4-game series. We welcome you inside the broadcast booth, everybody. I'm Don Orsillo along with Mark Grant. Welcome to Padres baseball. Will Myers returned to the Padres to begin this series, and now more injured Padres are coming back as Austin Hedges will make his debut.
Well, it's good to get Austin Hedges back, the #1 catcher for Andy Green when the year started, and Kaz Makita is back in the fold. A new look, a different look against these teams now as the sidewinding right-hander is back, and then the stock is up for the Padres. Robert Stock, 28-year-old, will be making his major league debut. His contract was selected, solidifying the bullpen for the Padres as well.
Austin Hedges will be catching Eric Lauer, who gets the start, looking to do what he did last time out.
Did a really nice job at Petco Park against the Oakland Athletics. 6 solid innings, only 3 hits, no earned runs against a team that likes to put the ball out of the ballpark. The A's ranked 5th in home runs. Well, what did he do? He went out of the zone with 2 strikes, really solidified that slider down and in, and then that fastball inside to freeze the righties. Up and out of the zone with the fastball for strikeouts. That's why he was so effective at the strikeout up and out of the zone. Let's see if he does that today against the Giants.
Well, coming up, Manuel Margot will be leading off for the Padres today. He's been on fire since mid-May. Multi-hits galore. The Padres look to gain a split from San Francisco next. Brought to you by Sequan Casino, opening in 2019 is Sequan's brand new 300-room resort and hotel. By Petco, the pet company. And by Nissan. Get to America's best sales event at Nissan for big savings today. Shop ChooseNissan.com. Well, beautiful day today in San Francisco. Nothing but blue skies above, not a cloud in the sky as we get it started for the 4th and final game of the series. As the Padres have lost 2 of the first 3 games of the series, and today dealing with Derek Rodriguez. Former position player, former outfielder, and son of Ivan Rodriguez.
Yes, converted outfielder and really good athlete.
First pitch of the ball game to Manuel Margot. Margot leading it off now for the Padres. The original lineup had Jankowski leading off, but scratched before the ball game, so everybody moves up in the order. That's in there for a strike, and it's 1-1. Half-hour swing by Margot kind of changed his mind in the middle. Yeah, Jankowski scratched with a sore quad, listed as day-to-day. 2-2 to Margot. And Margot hitting at .250 coming in with a home run, 19 runs batted in. And back to his familiar leadoff spot. He was originally slated to bat second today, but let's check out the lineup for the Padres. And for Andy Green, Margot at the top of the list. Eric Hosmer at first base. Hunter Renfroe in right. Roy Spangenberg at second. Christian Villanueva at third. Freddie Galvis at short. Austin Hedges doing the catching with Caesar batting 8th, and pitcher Lauer out of the 9 spot. Padres lineup brought to you by your San Diego County Toyota dealers.
You know, you look at Rodriguez, and he's kind of got a position player's type body, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does.
And that's the great thing about baseball, man. If you can't do it with the glove or the bat, if you've got a decent arm, get up on the hill and take your chance there. That's the beauty of baseball, and it's been quite a story for Rodriguez. You take a look at his repertoire. He's got the 2-seam, 4-seam, curveball, changeup, slider. More sinkers his last start, and he lives around 92, 93, but he can get up there about 96 when needed.
Margot drives this to deep left field. Pence going back, turning around, and it is gone. Margot with a home run to put the Padres on top, 1-0. Leads off the ball game with a home run, 1-0 San Diego. Second home run of the year for Margot. He likes being back in that leadoff spot again.
Remember the other day we talked about his mechanics swinging, how Matt Stairs, Johnny Washington during the course of the season, you know, rehashing, retooling the swing. Well, one of the reasons is not missing mistakes, I believe. You know, there's hitters that go up to the plate, they look for one certain pitch, they get it, they crush it. They don't swing underneath it or foul it back. Manuel did just that. Crushed a mistake. Stay hot, Manuel Margot.
So 1-0 Padres, and Eric Hosmer cranks it foul. Hosmer at .275, 9 homers, 35 runs batted in. Grounds one foul outside of first base, 1-2. Manuel Margot, the leadoff home run here in the first inning.
How can you not just smile when you see that kid smile?
Swing and a miss, elevating, and Hosmer strikes out on the 94-mile-an-hour fastball.
Giants defense this afternoon on this lovely Sunday afternoon from AT&T Park. It's brought to you by your San Diego Cadillac dealers. Take a look at Alan Hansen, 4th start at third base this season. The rest of the infield, Crawford at short, Panic at second, and Belt at first. Behind the plate, Buster Posey. In left field, Hunter Pence, Gorky Hernandez in center field, and Andrew McCutchen in right for the Giants.
Yeah, Hunter Renfroe batting here with 1 down, a run in. And Renfroe will take a ball. Looks like a pretty good pitch, but Rodriguez not getting credit for it.
Got squeezed on that one.
Comes in with a record of 2-1, a 4.56 earned run average. 6th appearance, 5th start for the right-hander. That one just kind of slipped out of his hand there on the breaking ball.
He's thrown a few breaking balls early on, but not even close to the strike zone. So that's may be one of those pitches that hitters eliminate.
Falls behind 3-1. Renfroe now, Spangenberg next. Padres batting here in the first inning. And that's ball 4. He loses Renfroe. So a 1-out walk for Hunter Renfroe. Let's take a look at the keys to the game, brought to you by your San Diego Honda dealers.
Got a little help from Donnie. I love getting help from Donnie. Be epic again, Eric. Talked about his 6th inning epic work against the Oakland A's in San Diego. And Rock Rodriguez is off to a good start. Manuel Margot with the home run and a walk to Hunter Renfroe.
1 on, 1 out. Here's Corey Spangenberg. Jumping on that first pitch and fouling it back to the screen. The Padres trying to stay out of a double play here. They grounded into 4 double plays yesterday. Andrew Suarez doing a very good job of inducing a lot of double plays. In there for strike 2. And Spangenberg didn't think so, but looks like a pretty good pitch.
Here's the breaking ball for a strike. I think the first one he's thrown this afternoon early on.
Swing and a miss, and Spangenberg strikes out. High fastball gets him. Second strikeout for Rodriguez. 2 down.
Up the ladder, elevation of the fastball. It's exactly where Buster Posey wanted it. Tough to get on top of that pitch.
So 2 down. Renfroe at first and brings up Christian Villanueva. A leadoff home run, incidentally, for Margot. His 5th leadoff home run of his career. Villanueva hitting at .230. He's got 16 home runs of his own, 37 runs batted in. And a ground ball to deep short and under the glove of Crawford into left field. So Renfroe takes second on the base hit by Villanueva. And the Padres have 2 on with 2 down.
Rodriguez, I've noticed, got good movement on a 2-seam fastball. This one he tries to get in. It's up right through the 5.5 hole. Past Hansen, not even close, under the glove of Crawford. 2-out rally.
And coming up here is Freddie Galvis, 6th member of the Padres to bat here in the first inning. 241, 4 homers, and 28 runs batted in. Foul to the screen for strike 1.
Potter's aggressive on that first pitch fastball from Rodriguez.
Yeah, a lot of guys jumping on it.
Yeah.
Galvis has hit safely in 6 of his last 8 games. And for Galvis over his last 8 games, hitting at .355. .313 average with runners in scoring position. 0-2.
Looked like a changeup. Good pitch to break out with runners in scoring position, and you're ahead in the count. 0-1 to go 0-2.
Renfroe at second, Villanueva at first. Bounces in and blocked by Posey. Back-to-back starts for Nick Hundley behind the dish for the Giants last couple of days. Posey, who caught game 1, catching game 4.
High fastball again.
Swing and a miss, and he strikes out Galvis. A home run for Manny Margot. The home run for Margot gives the Padres a 1-0 advantage after half an inning from San Francisco.
Park as the numbers indicate.
Swing and a miss. It's all about good quality pitches and above average pitches that he has.
Well pitched ball game today. Not strike three, able to get him. Well, Lauer trying to keep it going after that last very good outing, and he's got a 1-0 lead as he takes the hill here in the bottom of the first inning. Gorkys Hernandez leads it off here for the Giants in the bottom of the first inning. And takes strike one. Hernandez hitting at .286 coming in, 8 homers and 20 runs batted in. Lauer coming in at 3-4 with a 5.47 earned run average. Shows bunt, pulls it back, and takes a strike. Hernandez didn't care for the call by Nick Lentz. Popped up foul out of play down the right field line. Gorkys Hernandez leading it off for Bruce Bochy. He's in center field with Brandon Belt at first base. Hunter McCutcheon in right field. Buster Posey doing the catching. Brandon Crawford at short. Hunter Pence in left. Joe Panik at second base. Alan Hansen at third, bats eighth. As a check swing, did he go? No, says Jerry Davis, first base umpire and crew chief. Pretty close.
I thought he went.
Payoff pitch. And a swing and a miss. Lauer comes back to strike out Hernandez. So one down here in the bottom of the first inning.
That's bouncing back. He struck him out twice. It's a high cutter, high slider right there. In on the fist. It's not much you can do there. Big first out.
One down here in the first inning brings up Brandon Belt. So the Padres go into the shift on the right side of the infield. Belt batting second in the Giants order and hitting at .305 coming in. 12 homers, 35 runs batted in to go along with that average. And down 0-2.
Boy, after scoring 1 run in the top half of the first, that home run for Margot, if he can get a quick 1-2-3 inning here, that'd be some kind of nice.
Post pitch called the ball. 2-2.
Nice to see Austin Hedges back behind the plate framing that one. He really stuck that one. That glove didn't even move on that pitch after he was caught. A lot of catchers sometimes will bring it out of the zone.
And as part of the move, Rafi Lopez going back to El Paso, and he did a very good job along with A.J. Ellis in the time that Austin Hedges was away.
Yeah, and Rafi's not the type of kid who's going to hang his head. He's going to go down there and bust his tail, try to get back, and just try to produce down there.
Brandon Belt strikes out back-to-back Ks for Lauer here in the first inning.
Remember that breaking ball I was talking about in our pregame show and our game open regarding Lauer? That's it right there. A little slider cutter down and in. And the 23-year-old making his 12th start pounds the fastball into righties, which opens up so many other avenues. And he has to work the corners. Down the middle third isn't going to work for Eric Lauer.
2 down for Andrew McCutchen. McCutchen batting third in the order for the Giants. He's 61, 8 homers and 34 runs batted in for the Giants everyday right fielder. Strike 2. And got a call right there.
Good curveball on the inside part of the plate. Don't have to throw him a strike here.
In the air to shallow right field. Late break for Renfroe, and he'll come in to make the catch, Bill to the cap high to end the inning. A 1-2-3 first to 1-0 Padres lead.
Francisco, and the players from the Padres had a very interesting route to the ballpark this morning. Here you're seeing pictures of them taking a double-decker tour bus to the stadium. Now usually these guys take a chartered bus, but it just unexpectedly didn't show up this morning, and since there's the Pride Parade in San Francisco, guys couldn't take Ubers. The streets were all closed off. So a lot of credit here to TJ Lasita, who runs the travel for the Padres. He got someone to lend the double-decker tour bus, and these guys climbed on. They waved to everybody down below. Don Mudd, I think they really enjoyed it. What did you guys think?
Oh, I don't think there's any doubt they had a great time coming over. It was very unusual, to say the least, but yeah, TJ did a great job. Handles the traveling for the Padres and has done a tremendous job in that regard this year. And I got to tell you, as far as audibling going there at the last second, that was incredible. You got the entire team pretty much there, us and everybody else trying to get over to the ballpark, and he got it done.
It was the best Omaha ever called in the history of sports. A tip of the cap to TJ Lasita. The guys had fun. It was great. That's the great thing about baseball, you know, the everyday sport. You know, everybody hanging together, like today, especially on Getaway Day, and getting to see the city on top of the tour bus.
Yeah.
Waving to the crowd. We had people taking pictures and everything. It was great.
Now Matt Caesar batting here with 1 down in the inning. Late addition to the lineup. Been doing a lot of pinch hitting for the most part, but it's a start in left field. 55th game he's been in. 186 average with a home run. 6 runs batted in. Sprays it foul and still down here 0-2. Fouled off to the right up into the second deck.
I'm surprised you didn't ride on top, Donnie, because you get a little bronzing on the way to the ball yard.
No, I hung out down below.
Yeah.
It was very roomy. Lots of room for all of us. 0-2 pitch swung on a miss by Caesar. 2 down. 4 strikeouts for Derek Rodriguez. 2 down. Speaking of what a great day it is, let's check out the weather report and let's enjoy today because things are about to get really hot. You're always sunny. Honda dealers of San Diego County bring you the weather report. Today it's 74 degrees in San Francisco. Get ready to be hot and get ready to start sweating there, big dog. Because Texas, Arlington's going to be 98-99 and a hundo.
You know what? I might go John Miller in Texas.
You're going to shorts it up?
I might go shorts and flip-flops.
Going to be warm. Eric Lauer 2 for 13 at the plate. Padres heading to Arlington after the ball game today and preparing for the 3-game series against the Rangers, interleague play. And they were there last year too.
Gosh, just going back to Texas takes me back to my Texas League days with the Shreveport Captains, AA affiliate of the Giants. Hopping on that bus and going across that huge state and the AC breaking down. Lovely.
Line drive center field. Gorkis Hernandez going back to make the catch on the sinking liner. That'll end the top of the second inning. Done with an inning and a half. Padres have a 1-0 lead. Trade brought to you by Ram Trucks.
We're talking about Eric Lauer and the importance of throwing that cutter, that four-seam fastball into right-handed hitters. It does so much, and I'll tell you why, because you'll get him on the freeze fastball in, and that opens up so many avenues. Down and away with the fastball, down and away with the changeup. Once a hitter is presented with that pitch on the in-half part of the plate, inside half part of the plate, you know, they kind of, if you can throw it for a strike, they're going to be looking for it. So you can move it in a little bit more. You can go down and away with the changeup, but the cut fastball, just a little cut, not a true curveball or a slider, just a little cut fastball, and then that's the action. Show that again, Don. Yeah, just kind of like that.
Yeah.
But as a right-handed hitter, man, if you throw that strike in here, you're aware of it. You have to protect in there, and then you can go down and away. Think of it, Donnie. I'm pitching to you, right? And I locate that fastball in here. Strike, strike, strike. Now you're aware of it, right?
Right.
Now, okay, you got to protect here. Now I go paint away. All upper hand. Especially with you.
Flip it the other way.
Really?
Yeah, double down line.
Okay, so he's got Buster Posey 0-2, right? Let's see what he does here. Buster Posey will chase out of the zone sometimes, but he's got such good discipline at the plate.
0-2 pitch coming up to Posey. Struck out 2 in the first. And it's fouled back to the screen.
See, Buster's got to protect inside, so that was kind of like an not all, but upper body kind of arm swing, just getting the bat out there to flick it out of play to get another hack at it. Ooh.
Wow, close pitch.
That was a really good pitch. Cutter at 88. That's a strike.
To center field. Margot came in a step or two, and he's there to make the catch for out number 1.
That was a really good sequence of pitches from Eric Lauer to Buster Posey. First of all, Buster Posey's a tough out. After missing with the cutter, didn't get the call. Look at this one's up, and Buster's trying to be quick to it, but he knows as soon as he hit that ball, he got in on me, or it's a little bit too quick off the end of the bat for the easy fly ball.
And 1 out, 4 in a row retired by Lauer, and it brings up Brandon Crawford, who had a huge day yesterday. 3 extra base hits, drove in 3 runs, comes in hitting at .313, 8 homers and 35 runs batted in. He was the key to the victory yesterday for the Giants in Game 3. Grounds it softly by the mound towards Spangenberg. A double pump, and the throw is going to be in time. Let's see if Hosmer pulled the foot. I'm not sure. See if the Giants are going to challenge this. Spangenberg with a double pump and then fired to first base, and I'm not sure if Hosmer kept the foot in the bag. Call in the field, he is out.
Yeah, a little bit of a bobble right there, and then it's almost like he tried to spike it. A great reaction by Eric Hosmer, by the way. That is not an easy play by the Padre first baseman.
No challenge by the Giants. So 2 down, and it brings up Hunter Pence. Now Pence getting his start, his first start of the series. 193, no homers and 7 runs batted in. He's come off the bench a few times, but has lost a lot of playing time lately due to what has really been a very slow season for him, and some injuries too.
Always a hard swing from Hunter Pence.
Maximum effort guy.
Yep.
There's 40 games with a right thumb sprain, primarily being used off the bench. 8 for 32 as a pinch hitter. Evens up here at 2-2. Full count now. Bowers retired the first 5 that he's faced today, 2 by way of the K. Getting Hernandez and Belt in the first inning. And down to first base goes Pence. A 2-out walk.
Let's check out the defense this afternoon for the San Diego Padres. Welcome back, Austin Hedges. He's putting down the signs. First start since April 30th. And Austin Hedges is looking out there to that field, seeing Eric Hosmer at first base, Corey Spangenberg at second, Freddie Galvis at shortstop, Villanueva at third, Caesar in left, Margot in center, Renfroe in right, and it's brought to you by your San Diego County Ford dealers.
2 down, Pence at first, and here's Joe Panic. Panic missed 31 games, undergoing left thumb surgery April 30th to repair a torn ligament. Sitting at just 203 against lefties this year. As Lauer, the lefty, deals, and here's a ground ball right side to second. And Spangenberg throws to first base to end the inning. Through 2, Padres have a 1-0 lead.
Educated, smart kid, loves the game. So just those qualities just allow him to embrace this process and continue to have success. Anytime a guy puts in that kind of work, you would love to see success. A lot of times it doesn't happen instantly, and we all want success as fast as possible. But in this case, it was a process, and he's battled through, and he's continued having success. We love it.
And that was assistant hitting coach Johnny Washington on Manny Margot, who is riding a 4 multi-hit game streak coming into this game. He's 8 for 13 in those 4 games, and we've seen him this week in the 7th spot, in the 6th spot. Now he's back to leadoff today, and that's a spot that he's familiar with. He played it earlier this season, and last year he's already off to a good start with that home run. And Don Mudd, I can't say enough about how people have talked about the way Manny went about his business, really making sure to work hard to get back out of that slump that he was in earlier this season. They just love the way he went about it.
All right, thanks very much, Annie. Well, the results have been tremendous here over the last couple of weeks and really last month. Skies one here to left field. Hunter Pence heading over towards the line. Battles the sun a little bit, but makes the grab out there with the sunglasses on. 1 down.
I think sometimes players, and we know what kind of year Manuel Margot had last year, so there are expectations. And I think that goes along with it as well. I mean, not only for the organization, but mostly for Manuel Margot. He realizes that there are standards that he has to live up to, right? So he's going to make every adjustment he can to try to maintain what he did carried over to the next year and pay dividends this season. And what he went through as far as the change, man, that's admirable.
Really his sophomore year in the big leagues.
Yeah.
And you realize the league is going to make adjustments to you. They did. Now the key is for him to make adjustments as well. And he has. Took a little while. Didn't see results right away, but Johnny Washington said, boy, he stayed with the process.
You know what, Don, like Johnny said, everybody I want my hot oatmeal now. Stick it in the microwave, right? I want my dinner now. Sometimes you plant the seed, you got to let it germinate. We're seeing Manuel Margot bloom before our very eyes.
On the ground, a second. Joe Panic will throw Hosmer out. 2 down. So 2-way, and that'll bring up Hunter Renfroe. Renfroe with a walk his first time up. One of the only walk that has been given up so far by Derek Rodriguez. 6 in a row retired now by Rodriguez. And that'll miss outside for ball 1. Line to left, and that's going to get in for a hit. Quickly to the backhand is Pence, gunning it back in. Renfroe will hold with a 2-out single. Second time Hunter's been on today. Third Padres hit of the day.
That ball was smoked like a Christmas ham. The sound of this ball off the sweet spot. Some serious top hand as well. I'm guessing exit velocity 111. It had that sound like 111. And then Pence gets over there quickly to hold him to the single.
Total fraud. 2 down. Runner at first.
Oh, here we go.
Spangenberg in on the left side.
What did you just say?
I believe I called you a fraud.
Really?
Yes, our statistician Dave Feldman does such a great job to my right here. Just said 111 before you.
He did? I didn't see that.
Yeah, he said you're hearing 111.
I didn't see that.
That whole thing was a total fake. 2 down, runner at first, and Spangenberg will swing at the 0-1 and send it out towards right center field. Hernandez moves over and under and makes the catch that ends the top of the third inning. 2.5 done, 1-0 Padres. Time now for the Kia drive to success. Lowest ERA by starters in the month of June. Eric Lauer at 2.49 in the month of June. Just saw Frankie Montas with the Oakland A's. Minimum 20 innings pitched. And so far so good today as he works into the bottom of the third inning. He's only given up a walk through the first 2 innings. 2 strikeouts for Lauer. Alan Hansen leading it off, hitting a soft liner that's caught by Corey Spangenberg. Let's check back in with Annie.
Guys, I've got a report on Jordan Lyles, who was scratched yesterday just seconds before he was supposed to make his start. He's got elbow discomfort. They're going to put him on the 10-day DL, and he's going to go back to San Diego and get looked at by doctors, get some more tests going. But at this point, they just think it's precautionary. You know, he felt some discomfort in that elbow yesterday during his warm-up. He said he had never felt something like that before, so he just wasn't sure what was going on. So they're hopeful it's going to resolve itself, and he'll only be out a few weeks. And they have some off days coming up, so they might not even need to call up another starter. I talked to Darren Balsley this morning, and he said he's never seen that in his career. He can't remember a time when he saw a starting pitcher scratch just seconds before he went out. And as for Jordan Lyles, you know, he was really emotional last night because he didn't want to put the bullpen through that start. He was upset that they had to go out there and make that emergency start. So Don Mudd, hopefully just a quick turnaround for Lyles.
All right, Annie, thanks very much. We'll be keeping an eye on that as this one is popped up foul outside of first, and Hosmer will make the catch. I'm going to explain this to me. I know you're not a doctor. You're not even a good baseball announcer, none less a doctor, but you're not a doctor. But The forearm straight. The forearm.
It's forearm or elbow?
No, I'm talking about forearm.
Oh, okay.
I'm talking about inflammation with the forearm.
Okay.
A lot of times with pitchers, it wraps around underneath the elbow, correct?
Yeah,
That
yeah.
same area? Is that
Right.
what we're dealing with here, perhaps, in this inflammation?
I'm not really sure as far as the exact specific area, but think about it. You got a lot of torque on your arm anyway. So, and then you get on top of a baseball, you're flicking with your wrist, you're getting rotation. Imagine.
Yeah. So the two are connected, I guess, is what I'm asking.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. Yeah, I don't want to speculate as far as
No,
exact
no,
where.
no, not at all. I'm not doing that.
But no, that's one thing can lead to another, and the reports we got is that, you know, even if a pitcher says, well, you know, it's kind of, well, okay, you know what, shut it.
It's a little stiff.
Shut it down.
Yeah.
You don't want that to lead to something worse, to put you out longer. You know what? I was talking to Mike Krukow and Dwayne Kuiper about this, but my major league debut, I got a blister. I developed a blister. I went 6 innings. The next day I woke up and there's this blister on my index finger. Never happened before in my life. Talk about bad luck. So then I go on the DL. I come back from it, try to make a start. I'm warming up in St. Louis. The darn thing breaks open. It starts bleeding. It splits open. Well, Frank Williams had to. I was warming up prior to the game. Frank Williams, he was a sidewinding reliever for the Giants at the time. He got the spot start. So
it did happen to you.
it did happen to me.
Yeah.
It wasn't like I completed my warm-ups and sat on the bench and said, you know, kind of, sort of. No, it actually happened when I was warming up. It split open on me, bleeding all over the place, and couldn't answer the bell. And that's when they had to say, hey, Frank, you're starting tonight.
So one fouled off to the right, out of play. You're a great baseball announcer.
Oh. But hopefully, like Andy said, you know, this is one of those things where you catch it and you get rid of it, and no repercussions down the road in his next start.
This one fouled off to the right, out of play, and as Andy said, more precautionary than anything else, which is a good sign.
Right.
Now 2 down here in the third. Gorkis Hernandez battling, but down 0-2. Swing and a miss, and Lauer picks up his 3rd K. Through 3, the Padres have a 1-0 lead. To the 4th inning we go from San Fran. Padres have a 1-0 advantage. Time now for our Valley View Casino trivia question.
Love it.
Manuel Margot has had an extra base hit in 4 straight games. What is the Padres' record for consecutive games with at least 1 extra base hit? Give us your answers by the end of the inning using the hashtag Valley View Trivia.
Now, the logical answer to that would be Tony Gwynn, don't you think?
That'd be my guess.
With all the hits and the way, the type of hitter he was.
But sometimes trivia is not logical.
Right. although Tony hit a lot of singles.
Christian Villanueva leading it off. How about Ken Caminetti, be my guess?
That's a good one. Gary Sheffield would be a pretty good guess as well. You know, that answer, you could throw 100 names in the hat.
Soft liner caught by the shortstop Brandon Crawford astride on the outfield grass.
You could probably throw 100 names in a hat and draw one. It would probably be, you know, hey, you know what? That's not a bad guess.
One down here in the 4th inning, and it'll bring up Freddie Galvis. Struck out swinging in the 1st inning. One of 4 strikeouts for Derek Rodriguez. Shows bunt and may have offered at it. Apparently not.
I thought he offered at it.
I thought he did too, but no appeal down to 3rd base. Well, Rodriguez had made 9 starts at AAA Sacramento this year before moving up to the major leagues. Was 4-1 with a 3.40 earned run average. Originally a 6th round pick in 2011 by the Minnesota Twins. Spent his first 3 pro seasons as an outfielder before converting into a pitcher in 2014. And his major league debut in a game that Samar just started, he came in relief, but has started ever since. So this is overall his 6th appearance and 5th start for the Giants.
I was looking at some game logs for Rodriguez, and you know, his repertoire and what he throws, and significant amount of sinkers prior to his last start, prior to this start. So last time out, a lot of 2-seamers. He's got good movement. We've seen it, and he'll save a little extra when he needs it as well. You know, 92, 93, but he's touched 96 with that fastball.
So far at home, he is 2-0 with a 3.27 ERA. Fly ball headed to left field, and Hunter Pence going back in front of the track to make the catch. 2 down. Of course, his dad, Ivan Rodriguez. And how about this picture from years ago when Pudge was the catcher for the Texas Rangers?
That's great. Growing up in a baseball family, and I've said all along, when you talk about fathers, sons that go to the big leagues, sons following their dads, being around the ballpark, that takes the awe factor out of it, don't you think?
Yeah. How about Hall of Famers whose sons go to the big leagues? Of course, we have a combination: Tony Gwynn Sr., Tony Gwynn Jr. But also recently Tim Raines Sr., Tim Raines Jr.
Yogi Berra's got to be in there too, right?
Yes,
Dale Berra.
Dale Berra. Tony Perez, Eduardo Perez.
Yeah.
Second AB for Hedges, and Hedges with a swing and a miss strikes out. 5 strikeout for Rodriguez. Padres down in order, but have a 1-0 lead. Company. And by Cadillac. Visit your San Diego Cadillac dealers today. And by Hyundai. Get a great deal, more than a great deal, on all new Hyundai vehicles. See your Hyundai dealer today. 1-0 Padres on top of the Giants. To the last of the fourth inning we go. Brandon Belt, Andrew McCutchen, and Buster Posey coming up here in the fourth. Belt a strikeout victim in the first inning. One of 3 Ks for Eric Lauer today. And a first pitch strike. He started ahead of Belt in the first inning.
I like it. First pitch curveball right there.
Popped up foul off to the left out of play.
Tell you that off-speed first pitch for a strike, that catches hitters off guard so much. And then if you go hard, maybe inside, it's tough to catch up to that pitch and do some damage with it. We just saw a pitch there to Belt. I was working ahead 1-2.
Into the shift on the right side. Spangenberg from short right's got a long throw, and he makes it for out number 1 at the bottom of the fourth inning. A pretty big difference here for Lauer from May to June. 5 starts in May, a 6.75 earned run average. 4 starts so far in June, 2.49, and just making some adjustments here as time goes on.
There's so much that you have to do to make adjustments in your bullpen, working with your pitching coach. Chalk talks, if you want to call them that, sitting down with other pitchers and your pitching coach. And then it's start day. You want to get to the point to where it becomes repetitious. You don't have to think about it, to where it plays in the game. You start thinking about it when you're on the hill during a game, you're in trouble. It becomes second nature in your bullpens and in between. That's when it's fun and you can utilize it during the game.
In there for a strike to Andrew McCutchen. We had 1 down here in the fourth. On the ground foul outside of third. McCutchen now, Posey next as the Giants bat here in the fourth inning. It's now 5 in a row retired by Lauer. Lauer coming in with a record overall of 3-4. 5.47 earned run average, 12th start for Lauer. Popped up foul, back it out of play.
I remember last outing too, Don. Remember more ticks on the velocity on the fastball from Lauer. That's key as well. Correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't we see like 95?
I think we did.
Yeah. In fact, I'm going to check that game here in my book.
Line just out of the reach. Villanueva down the left field line. Caesar over to play it. It's a 1-out single for Andrew McCutchen in the first hit of the day for the Giants.
Well, he had 2 strikes out and 1-2 count, 2-2 count, and that's a cut fastball in. Just didn't get it in enough. Hands through quickly, keeping that ball fair. Good piece of hitting right there by Andrew McCutchen.
One out, 1 on, and Buster Posey 0 for 1. Posey flat out to center field in the second inning, 0 for 1.
Remember, Lauer's got that pickoff move in his back pocket. 7 pickoffs. Lead the majors for Eric Lauer.
Posey fouls it off to the right, 0-2. Posey now, Crawford next as the Giants bat here in the bottom of the 4th inning, just getting their first hit after Lauer had not allowed a hit in 3 1/3 innings. Going over there, and back safely is McCutchen. Another check. Of course, Lauer last time out, we talked about his 6 innings not giving up an earned run. He was very close to getting his 4th win of the year, but the bullpen did not help him out. It was 2 outs and 2 strikes. You may remember the A's came back, tied it up, and went on to win 4-2 in 10 innings. So he ended up with a no decision. It's been pretty rare this year to see the bullpen do that. Been very good. One-two pitch. Foul back to the screen. We'll do it again.
Looks like Eric Lauer trying to go up, trying to go in to Buster Posey. It was really a nice at bat last time up. Got him to fly out to center field.
Two and two.
You know, if I'm a young right-handed hitter, I'm going to watch all the video I can on Buster Posey's at-bats. The way he manipulates the bat, the way he swings certain counts, the way he uses the whole field.
His overall approach?
Yes.
Not an easy out, I can tell you that.
He's not. He's not.
Long pause, time finally called. Keep McCutchen close at first base, and this time the tactic was to hold the baseball a while. Next pitch will be the 60th of the day for Lauer, with 1 out here in the 4th inning. 2-2. And this one to left field. Caesar coming in, but that's going to fall for a base hit. McCutchen takes second, and now the Giants have 2 on with 1 away.
That's a battle there. And once again, does he get it in where he wanted it? It was down and in, and then some. And it didn't have that clean, crisp sound to it. Off the end of the bat, maybe, but still not hit hard enough to where Matt Caesar cannot come in to make the catch.
2 on, 1 away. Up comes Brandon Crawford, who grounded out to second base in the 2nd inning. Came up huge yesterday for the Giants, up here in a big spot today. And he takes strike 1.
These are situations for Eric Lauer to where he's probably thinking, okay, I'm not in double, I'm not in AAA anymore. This is the big leagues. 1st and 2nd, I got to face a guy like Brandon Crawford who's swinging the bat well. These are the big tests for the big young left-hander.
Ball and a strike now to Crawford. Inning started with Bell grounding out to second base, grounding into the shift. McCutchen with a single to left, sharply hit. Buster Posey with a base hit to left. So 2 on, 1 out. Padres holding on to a 1-0 advantage here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Crawford sprays it foul, and it's 1-2. Brandon Crawford, who started out very slowly this year, has been on fire. And a huge day yesterday. His triple would drive in a run, ended up doubling to drive in 2 more. All part of a 5-3 victory yesterday for the Giants in Game 3 of the series.
Did you see where both those pitches were? Up in the zone.
Flowers had to work hard in this inning, facing good hitters. And a 22-pitch inning to this point with 1 out in the inning. 2-2 pitch coming up. Full count. Crawford batting now. Hunter Pence waiting on deck for San Francisco. On the ground up the middle, Spangenberg will touch second and fire to first. Double play. Nicely done. Well, promising inning there for the Giants. They come away with nothing. It's 1-0 Padres at the end of 4. Fancy McCovey Cove out there. And dogs out there as well.
I need more cowbell. Look at how good. Oh, Dad knows a good boy. I'll go get the stick. Bring it back. Oh, that's a good boy. I loved Canine. Gosh, I love that dog.
It's time now for the San Diego fans of the game.
Oh, Padres and Trojan fans. Hey, fight on. Fight on, Padres. We understand that that's the Robert Stock family.
Just got called up and looking to make his major league debut maybe today. Never know.
Yep.
We saw a lot of him during spring training.
It's a good story.
Matt Caesar leading it off here in the 5th inning. Caesar a strikeout victim back in the 2nd inning. 5 Ks for Derek Rodriguez. He's pitching well. The only mistake he's made, Manuel Margot homered back in the 1st inning. Popped up foul off to the right out of play. Popped up. Foul off first base and over is Brandon Belt, but he won't have a play. Jumps into the Padres dugout, falling too fast for him and just out of his reach. That's Caesar to be followed by Eric Lauer, and then the top of the order, Manuel Margot, here in the 5th inning. Full count. Derek Rodriguez, 26 years of age, making his 5th major league start. And a ground ball left side. Diving is Hansen. Gets up, and the throw going to be close, but not in time. Head first dive there at first base by Caesar, and a base hit for Matt Caesar. Nice diving play by Alan Hansen, but couldn't get it over there in time. Too much speed for Caesar.
That was one heck of a play by Hansen. And that's a good thing. Matt Caesar does have the great speed. And once again, I always hold my breath. You think finger, thumb, wrist, elbow, shoulder.
So lead runner on here for the Padres for just the 2nd time in 5 innings.
Couple of things you can do here. One is obviously the sacrifice bunt. Now, is Lauer have enough bat control to where Andy Green could say, you know what, I want to put on the Butcher Boy. Show bunt, pull back, maybe push it to the right side. A little 1st and 3rd action.
Bunted down the first baseline, and Belt's going to second base. Force out there. Throw to first. Not in time.
Too hard of a bunt. Did you hear on the field, Mike's Buster Posey? As soon as that ball was bunted, you heard 2-2-2. Even before he got the baseball. See if we can listen right here. Okay, he said it once. I was wrong. I heard 2. I said 2-2-2. It wasn't the case. It was 2. He said it once. I'm a fraud, like you said earlier.
It brings up Manuel Margot.
But perfectly executed there, but just bunting it too hard.
Now Margot with a home run in the 1st inning. Flied out to left in the 3rd. 1 for 2. Home run was his 2nd of the year. He's showing bunt, pulls it back, and takes the strike. Padres out hitting the Giants 4-2 in the game, holding on to a 1-0 advantage as they bat here in the 5th. On the ground right side, Belt will go to second for 1 to first, and that's not in time. Margot beats it out. They do get the lead runner in Lauer. 3-6 on the force out at second base. With 2 outs, a runner now at first. It's time now to answer our Valley View Casino trivia question. Margot had an extra base hit in 4 straight games. What is the Padres record for consecutive games with at least 1 extra base hit? Nate Colbert, 8, April 24th through the 30th of 1969.
The inaugural year of the San Diego Padres. Big league Padres.
2 down, Margot at first, and it brings up Eric Hosmer 0 for 2 today. Hosmer struck out swinging in the 1st inning, grounded out to second base in the 3rd. In the air to left field, Hunter Pence They lost it in the sun initially, but finds it again and makes the catch. 1-0 Padres halfway through. All right, thanks very much, Mike. As this one is grounded down to third base on the first pitch of the inning. Villanueva fires to first, and Hunter Pence the first out here of the fifth inning. So one pitch, one out here in the fifth for Lauer. He's now thrown 67 pitches in his outing, and it brings up Joe Panik. Panik grounded out to second base in the second inning, 0 for 1. Strike two, right at the bottom of the zone. That was a pitch Lauer was not getting earlier, but is getting now.
Yeah, you consistently down there, you'll eventually get those calls. I'm a firm believer in that. We see that throughout baseball.
.70 pitches, 49 for strikes so far for Lauer. And a fly ball down the left field line. Over goes Matt Caesar to make the catch for out number 2. Two down here in the fifth inning. Alan Hansen coming up, lined out to second base in the third inning, 0 for 1. 2 for 12 in the series. Comes to an end today, the 4-game series. Giants having won 2 of the first 3 games of the series. And the Padres trying to gain a split, enjoy a 1-0 advantage here into the bottom of the fifth inning. Padres after the game chartering to Arlington, Texas. There's a liner into left field for a base hit. Hansen with a wide turn at first. He'll hold on with a 2-out base hit, third hit of the day for San Francisco.
Two outs, single. Yeah, you'll give him that. That was a hanging breaking ball too. Eric Lauer is in such a groove right now. He has made adjustments when there's been base runners. They've got the pitcher now. Don't shut your toolbox here. The guy can swing it a little bit.
Derek Rodriguez fouled out to Eric Hosmer in foul ground, first base way. Back in the third inning. 1 for 8 so far in the big leagues at the plate. And a foul to the screen, 1-1. Mentioned his first 3 years in the minor leagues spent as an outfielder. Converted to a pitcher in 2014. Throw first and back to the bag safely is Hansen.
You know what I just noticed that's weird? First base umpire Jerry Davis, look where he's standing. Usually it should be flip-flopped where the first base coach is and the umpire. But he is literally almost like in the coach's box. I don't think I've ever seen an umpire. I usually see him in direct line from pitcher, first base, and then the umpire, right? He's kind of offset in line with first base and second base.
Interesting.
Yeah, usually you see him back where like the first base coach Jose Alguacil is standing.
Yeah, I'm not sure how he makes a fair or foul call from there down the first base line. Standing in foul ground where he is.
Yeah.
Jerry Davis, the crew chief. Swing and a miss, and striking out is Rodriguez, and that's 4 strikeouts on the day for Eric Lauer. Played 5, 1-0 San Diego. Manuel Margot to lead off the game, hits a home run to left field to get the Padres a 1-0 advantage. Not holding up here into the 6th inning. Why? Because the pitching has been outstanding. Derek Rodriguez giving up just that 1 run, has 5 strikeouts, and on the other side, Eric Lauer did not give up a hit until the 4th inning. He's got 4 strikeouts through 5 innings and has thrown 78 pitches. Also getting some good defense behind him. Double play. Turned by the Padres in the 4th inning. So look at Lauer's line, Rodriguez's line, and for Manuel Margot, his 2nd home run of the year, 1 for 3 today, and the difference in this game as we play along to the 6th inning. Rodriguez back out on the mound, and leading it off is Hunter Renfroe.
We've got ourselves a good old-fashioned pitcher's duel here. We've got a kid who was converted outfielder, 411 gem. Eric Lauer has been great in the month of June. Manuel Margot retooling the swing, paying dividends.
There have been some tight games in this series.
Yeah.
Some well-pitched ball games.
And when there's well-pitched ball games, big defense comes into play.
There's a ground ball to first, and Bell playing well off the bag at first. He'll take it himself for round number 1 of the 6th inning.
MLB At Bat is your #1 app to watch live Padres baseball. Customize your experience to catch every moment this season. Get Padres home screen icons, features such as MLB.TV Game of the Day, pitch tracking, in-game highlights, longer read, live radio broadcast, stats, news, and more. Download MLB At Bat today.
I like how you add your own commentary.
Yeah.
Mid-promo. This one is driven out towards right center field. Moving over from right is McCutchen. Spangenberg retired for out number 2 of the 6th inning.
I noticed you got the scratchy pipes today there, Cha-Cha. Are you a Ricola guy or a Halls guy?
Halls.
Really? I'm Ricola.
2 down here in the 6th inning.
I like the raspy sound of Don Diego.
Allergies, I think, are kicking in here in San Francisco.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
It's kind of like Kim Carnes like.
You like it?
Yeah.
Betty Davis eyes, Kim Carnes. Is that your timer?
He's got Don Diego eyes.
2 down here in the 6th inning, and it brings up Christian Villanueva.
Good fastball count here for Villanueva.
Betty Davis Eyes was #1 on the Billboard charts this week in 1981.
Yeah, of course it was.
Another recent reference. 3-1 pitch. Strike over the outside corner, full count. Villanueva with a single back in the 1st inning, 1 for 2 day today. Fouls it off down the right field line, out of play.
See, 1981, June 24th. I was somewhere with the Great Falls Giants.
I was in junior high.
Really?
Yeah. On the ground, foul into Giants dugout. I got in there in a hurry. I think it was in 7th grade.
Really? High fastball right here.
Down the right field line. Long run for McCutchen over towards the line, and he'll make the catch. Wow. He covered a lot of ground coming from right center all the way to the line, down by the 309 marker. 5.5 done, 1-0 Padres.
heroes. For each post, T-Mobile will donate $1 to support veterans.
Padres enjoy a 1-0 advantage here into the 6th inning, and Gorkys Hernandez leads it off. Hernandez, Belt, and McCutchen featured here in the 6th inning. There is action in the Padres pen as Lauer's back out there for the 6th. Only 78 pitches deep, and a very late timeout call there. And there's the action. You got Craig Stammen up. And it looks like Stock is up, who's just joining the team today. Saw a lot of him during the spring and would be making his major league debut. Be an interesting spot to put him in the game here. 1-0. And it's driven out towards left center field. That ball is going to be gone. Right on top of the wall and out of here. Gorkys Hernandez hits his 9th of the year. And the Giants, one swing of the bat, tie the game 1-1.
I was just about to say, this is the 3rd time around for the Giants. If the Giants were to do something big here, either tie it or take the lead, maybe you would see Stock. Once again, this ball looks like it just skims the top of the wall and then gets over. Yep.
Now Brandon Belt will take a pitch outside. Home run by Gorkys Hernandez. Falls behind Hernandez, or fell behind Hernandez 2-0. Now falls behind Belt 2-0.
Well, another big key here is bouncing back after the home run being the 3rd time around as well. How will Eric Lauer respond?
Drops in there for strike 2, 2-2. They shift on Belt as they have the entire series. Full count now. Andrew McCutchen waiting on deck. Giants have tied it up with a home run by Hernandez. There is the shift on the right side. Spangenberg in short right. And right into the shift, and Villanueva on the right side of the infield throws out Belt for the first out of the 6th inning. So 1 out, base is empty, and that brings up Andrew McCutchen. McCutchen flied out to right field in the 1st inning, single to left in the 4th inning, 1 for 2.
You know, I've always looked at, young kids, veteran guys, pitchers, the good ones, and Eric Lauer could be one of those guys someday. How did he react close game, giving up a home run, either up by a run, down by, close game? How do you react? How quickly can you get back in that dugout after the big blow? I remember one guy I played with the Braves, Charlie Leibrandt, had a good career, really good career. Charlie would give up a home run, but then all of a sudden it seemed like bang, bang, get the outs, bang, bang, get 1 out to get out of the inning. There are some guys that just implode. They let it get to them.
Lauer able to get Belt after the home run. Let's see what happens here with McCutchen. 1-2.
Unfortunately, that one home run where Charlie Leibrandt gave up and he didn't get a chance to get the next guy was that walk-off in the '91 World Series against the Twins and Kirby Puckett. And we will see you tomorrow night.
No ring for Mudley.
2nd place ring.
But at least you're over it.
Yeah.
Payoff pitch. On the ground to 3rd base. Villanueva's got it. His throw is there and in time to retire McCutcheon. 2 down here in the 6th inning. Bring up Buster Posey. Line out to center in the 2nd. Single to left in the 4th inning. 1 for 2 today. Both teams with 4 hits. Both teams now with 1 run. Strike 1. Posey coming into the game hitting at .285 on the year. And lines this down the left field line. It's a fair ball. Into the corner. Caesar going to play it. Posey headed for 2. Throw headed in that direction, but sliding in safely with a 2-out double goes Buster Posey.
Third time around for Buster Posey. Remember, he popped up in the 2nd inning, making an adjustment his 2nd time up with that single. This time being quick. That leg kick, the great positioning, and getting the hands through, keeping it fair. As that ball is hooking, just stays fair for Buster Posey. So after the 1 out in the 2nd inning, 2 times aboard, making adjustments at the plate for the Giants catcher.
Well, 2 down. Posey at second base now, representing the go-ahead run for the Giants. Here is Brandon Crawford. And he'll line one, caught by the shortstop Freddie Galvis, going up into the air to grab it. Nice play by Freddie Galvis to end the 6th inning. Giants get a run, tie the game 1-1, but it'll remain time thanks to Galvis. It's amazing. 25 years ago now, Trevor Hoffman acquired, along with Andres Berumen and Jose Martinez from the Marlins, for Gary Sheffield and Rich Rodriguez, June 24th of 1993. And putting it mildly, boy, that's quite a deal for the Padres as it works out, and really changing the course of their franchise history with a guy like Trevor Hoffman, who's headed into the Hall of Fame this year. It's amazing also that it's been 25 years.
It goes by like that, doesn't it? It's going to be quite a treat in Cooperstown for the Padres family, and of course the Trevor Hoffman family. He and his wife Tracy and the boys. The thing I always remember, you know, people say, give me a little nugget on Trevor. The one thing that sticks out to me is that no matter good, bad, and different, when he went on the mound, and regardless of the outcome, he was always the same. Not once did I ever see him kick the dirt, throw the rosin bag, throw his glove, get in the dugout and snap. I mean, he was so even keeled, and I think that's what made him so good. The concentration that he kept game in and game out, regardless of the outcome.
Especially as a closer, so important to be able to do.
Yeah.
Why is your chair so high? It's like a director's chair.
Really?
Yeah. Why is it
I think
so
it's because
high?
you're sitting back.
No, I'm at the.
Maybe it's
I'm right here. This one to second base, and Panic will fire to first. Retired Galvis. One down in the inning.
Maybe it's a weight thing.
Because you're so high, or because I see what you're saying. My chair is being pushed down by the weight.
Do the math.
That's funny stuff.
5% funny.
Yeah. I just thought your chair was bigger. I didn't know if you ordered it that way or not.
No, it's just the way
kind
it
of
is.
a director's chair type thing, like you're in charge.
No,
you're very much.
You're
in
driving
charge.
the bus. I'm along for the ride, and it's a great ride. It's a slice of heaven.
One down here in the 7th. For Austin Hedges returning today, so far 0 for 2.
I think it's time to strike, Donnie.
Now Rodriguez really settled into this outing. That leadoff home run. Only thing he's given up today.
Pounds the zone. He's got good movement. Broke out the breaking ball early. Had difficult throwing strikes. Now he's got a better feel for it.
Hedges fouls it off to the right out of play. 2-2.
Prior to this game, the most he went was 6 2/3 innings. Most pitches he has thrown on the year is 94. And the next pitch from the right-hander will be number 94, matching his season high.
Fouled back. We'll do it again. 2-2. Still throwing hard. That was a 95.
That's him reaching back. That was the scouting report on him.
There's a breakdown for him. That first inning, 26 pitches long, gave up the run.
Boy, after that, it's been just money.
There is action in the pen. Reyes Maranta, we have seen in this series, the right-hander warming. Payoff pitch. And Hedges sends one out to right center field. Gorkys Hernandez makes the catch. 2 down.
Hey, tomorrow you don't want to miss. The World Cup continues on Fox and FS1 with a full slate of matches. It all kicks off at 6 a.m. Pacific with Uruguay taking on Russia. And then later Ronaldo, he's some kind of special player. And Portugal face Iran. World Cup on Fox and FS1. Stream it live or on Fox Sports app. Uruguay. How do you say it?
Uruguay.
No, it's Uruguay. The correct pronunciation. Uruguay.
2 down here in the 7th. Who should we look for on that squad? That
Oh,
like?
they've got such a good team. Too many to mention. A lot of good strikers on that club. A lot of good players on that team.
You like their defense?
Oh, it's Tupperware tight.
Caesar with a foul tip held onto by Buster Posey for strike 3. 7th inning stretch from San Fran. Game time 1-1. Brought to you by Honda. Great deals are waiting for you now at your local Honda dealer. And by Pacific Surfliner. Ride the Surfliner to your next Padres game. Now, 7th inning stretch here, and the Padres, after getting 6 strong innings from Lauer, giving up just 1 run, will turn to the bullpen, and Craig Stammen.
He fires strikes. Strike 1 is so important for any pitcher, but Craig Stammen's really good at doing that. His 33rd game. In fact, almost 67% ranked 2nd in that Padres bullpen first pitch strikes. 14th among major league relievers. And we've got a close one here.
Eric Lauer, 6 innings, and he was terrific, giving up just the 1 run.
A great first inning, setting the tone. He walked the batter in the 2nd inning, so it was working for him. Even through the 3rd time in the lineup, gave him a couple singles. He located his pitches well in. And the one thing I look at, rather than other than the home run to the 6th to Hernandez, which probably is the only mistake, he pitched really well to guys like Belt, McCutchen, Posey. 2nd, 3rd time around. We've seen progress, right?
Absolutely.
Back-to-back games for Eric Lauer.
We have lost our booth cam here in between innings. The crew came in and took it away. We fought them pretty hard, but they did take it.
I tell you what,
we tried to keep it in the booth so we could, show you some things, some instructionals from time to time.
Maybe another time.
Hunter Pence leading it off here for the Giants in the bottom of the 7th. In there for strike 1. Pence has walked and grounded out to 3rd base.
I thought we were going to go to fisticuffs. They started to take that camera away.
Well, we tried to hold on to it as best we could.
I wish I would have took a video of your face for me. It was so funny.
Well, just one more inning maybe in case something pops up. Swing and a miss. And it's 1-2. I mean, what if, like, right now you want to show them Craig Stammen's best pitch and how he holds it?
Like the 2-seamer?
Yeah, what do we do?
That slider we just saw to Hunter Pence?
What do we do? The center field camera is not the same effect
it's
from
not
500 feet away. This one is grounded foul.
Craig Stammen's got such good control, and it's elaborating what you're talking about, that Pence swings so hard, and he has that ability to throw pitches just off the plate to entice guys like Pence to swing and miss. I wish I could show everybody the grip that he's throwing on that slider.
1-2 pitch. And Pence lays off.
It's a pretty good pitch.
You had a hold of the guy. I had a hold of the camera. Two. And a swing and a miss. Nicely done. Pence goes chasing. Strikeout number 5 for Padres pitching today. And good start for Stammen. Gets his first batter.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. He's got that control to where he can throw that slider off the plate if needed with 2 strikes, and all upper body. Wow, the backside going towards the Giants dugout. The upper part of the body going towards the Padres dugout for the strikeout.
Brings up Joe Panik, 0 for 2 today. He's grounded out to 2nd and flied out to left. Panik now, Hansen next. Giants batting in their half of the 7th in a 1-1 game. Broken bat, soft liner caught by Freddie Galvis. Step or 2 on the outfield grass. 2 down. Now join us tomorrow, the beginning of a 3-game series between the Padres and the Texas Rangers from Arlington. Interleague play continues. Joey Lucchesi will be on the mound, 3-3 with a 3.86 earned run average. His 2nd start since coming off the DL. And Cole Hamels, 4-6 with a 3.41 earned run average, going for the Texas Rangers. Get you started 5 p.m.
The San Diego kid, Cole Hamels.
Swing and a miss for Alan Hansen. Batting for the 3rd time today. He's lined out to 2nd and singled to left. Coming out on deck here for the Giants is Pablo Sandoval. What would be the pitcher's spot? There are 2 outs in the inning, so it may not get there. We'll see. Giants do have action in their pen as well. There is Sandoval, who has come out on deck. He would bat for Rodriguez. One and two. Stammen looking sharp today.
Both sides of the plate, fastball and breaking ball alike.
Eric Lauer today, 6 innings, 5 hits, 1 run, walked 1, and struck out 4. Both the parents for Lauer coming in individually at 3 and 4. Not be part of the decision today with this game tied 1-1 and 2 outs in the 7th. Fouled off himself, painfully so for Hansen. Check swing, did he go? Yeah, he did. Pat Hoberg, third base umpire, rings him up and ends the 7th inning. 2 strikeouts in the inning for Craig Stammen. We're headed for the 8th. Game tied 1-1. Craig Stammen with a good inning. Hansen comes into the game.
We saw Mark Melancon earlier in this series against the Giants. That was in game 1. It was on Thursday. He went an inning, struck out 1.
Will Myers pinch hitting in the pitcher's spot to begin things here in the 8th inning in this tie game. Myers started first 3 games of this series, but had today off until now. Hits it on the ground right side into right field. A base hit for Will Myers and a good start to the 8th inning. A pinch hit single here for Myers, and you got Manuel Margot coming up. Time now for the top tier play, brought to you by Arco. And back in the first inning, lead off the game, Manuel Margot with home run number 2 of the year.
Mistake. That's what Manuel has been crushing lately. Getting on the board. First at bat. What a way to start an afternoon in the big leagues.
Lead runner on for the Padres here in the 8th inning, and it brings up Manuel. After the home run, fly to left in the 3rd, grounded into a fielder's choice in the 5th. So a 1 for 3 day today. Got the right guys coming up here. Margot now. You got Hosmer waiting on deck. Fouled off, 0-2. And a quiet day today for Hosmer. 0 for 3 today with a strikeout. Chopped left side to shortstop. Crawford is second for 1 on to first for 2. 6-4-3 on the double play. 2 down in the 8th.
Looked like some type of pitch down and away that Manuel tried to hook on that left side, like Will Myers going the opposite way, and that pitch not the case here. And even with the speed of Margot, they get him on the back end.
Well, Melanson loved it. 2 down here in the inning, and it brings up Hosmer.
You know, that's such a nice play by Brandon Crawford. We see that being in the division with these Giants, but him going to his right, catching and planting and throwing. It's not like his momentum's going to second base just to shovel, right? He's got to make a nice, accurate, firm throw to second base.
Big swing and a miss there for Hosmer on a pitch down and in. Ortiz Hernandez is center fielder over towards left center. Gap out in right center. Melanson trying to work his way back to being the closer of this Giants team. That's what they signed him for originally. 2-1 pitch.
Yeah, Bruce Bochy said the other day, was quoted as telling everybody that, you know, he wants to see Melanson going out there 2-3 days in a row being effective, but hasn't proven that yet. So Sam Dyson now in the closer's role.
Ball 4, and he loses Hosmer. So Hosmer on with 2 outs in the inning. There's the second walk given up today by Giants pitching, and the first walk for them since way back in the first inning. Brings up Hunter Renfroe. Renfroe with a walk in the first inning, single to left in the 3rd, rounded out in the 6th inning, and he's been aboard twice today.
We'll see if Melanson tries to keep the ball away from Hunter Renfroe. Give him right field. Although I will say this, on a fastball up and away, remember it's only 309 down that line. You can play some pepper with that foul pole here in San Francisco. Then it bellies out to 365.
In the air to shallow right center field. Coming from right is McCutchen. And he'll make the catch that sends us into the bottom of the 8th inning, tied 1-1. Pitcher of the day, Kirby Yates, coming in, and what a terrific job he's done this year.
Oh, you know what? I'm going to go on a limb and say vote Yates. Why not? I know middle relievers don't get a lot of love. Closers get love because of the saves. But when you look at innings pitched and what he has done, just not even the saves, because he's pitched as many innings as some closers. And look at those numbers. Sure, the lefty's hitting 290, but overall, .90. Yeah, I'll say it. Vote for Yates.
Ranks earned run average wise, Ramos Ottavino 0.90 for Kirby Yates. You saw Blake Trinan with the Oakland A's. Pablo Sandoval pinch hitting to begin things here in the 8th in the pitcher spot and taking ball 1.
Actually, you can't vote for relievers, but I'm just saying that because it's picked by the managers, right?
Very hard for a middle reliever or somebody that's not a closer to get in. Either a starter or a closer when it comes to pitching. Very hard to be an 8th inning guy and get in.
I know. And that's a shame, isn't it?
Yes. There are a lot of good ones.
So Dave Roberts, if you're listening, a valuable arm out of your all-star bullpen possibly. Dave Roberts versus A.J. Hinch in the all-star game in the nation's capital.
Swing and a miss to the 94-mile-an-hour fastball, and it's 2-1. Yates taking over for Stammen, who faced 3 batters, struck 2 of them out. Popped up, foul ground, that'll get out of play. Two and 2 to Sandoval, leads it off here in the 8th inning. Rookies Hernandez, Brandon Belt will be along. Anybody gets on, Andrew McCutchen. Two on the ground, foul. Kind of threw the bat at him. Kirby Yates will hand the bat off here to Pablo Sandoval.
Way out in front of that one. Good launch angle on that bounce there from that bat. Not sure what the exit velocity was.
I don't think it was too much.
No?
No.
Maybe 40-ish? 35, 40 miles an hour?
2-2 pitch coming up here to Sandoval. And a ground ball softly hit towards second. Spangenberg will go to first for the first out here in the bottom of the 8th inning. So one down, and that'll bring up Gorkys Hernandez. Well, Hernandez tied the score with a home run in the 6th inning. Eric Lauer in his last inning. For Hernandez, his 9th home run of the year. Bats with one out, bases empty here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Game still tied 1-1. Melanson was hit for in this inning. He ends up going an inning, giving up a hit, no runs. He walked a batter, didn't strike anybody out. Let's have action in their pen, getting ready for the 9th inning. Foul back, 1-2. Will Smith warming up right now for the Giants.
We know that Kirby Yates throws that split finger fastball. He throws it with confidence. It's a good spot for it right here.
Brandon Bell waiting on deck with one out here in the bottom of the 8th inning.
That was the split finger. It was just too far inside for Hernandez to offer at it.
On the ground again to the second baseman Spangenberg. 2 down in the 8th inning. Here comes Brandon Belt. 0 for 3 today. Strikeout, 2 groundouts. Eight assists today for the second baseman Spangenberg. He's been busy. In there for strike 1. Padres shifting per usual on Belt here, with a count of 1-1 and 2 down in the 8th inning. Villanueva, the third baseman to the right side of the infield. Spangenberg ducking back to shallow right. Ball 2. Solo home run for Manuel Margot in the 1st inning. Solo home run for Gorkys Hernandez in the 6th inning. And this game tied 1-1. Belt will lift one towards right field. Renfroe moves over and back, and Renfroe can't get it. Margot backs it up, but Belt will end up at second base with 2 down. I think he got a glove on that.
I'm going to take a look at this again, because I think it looked like a catchable ball. Belt gets to the fastball inside. Now Hunter Renfroe is off to the races into the right center field gap. Then he bellied. I saw he went straight and then bellied out. Very catchable ball.
They rule it a double, and Belt at second base with 2 down. Potential go-ahead run there for Andrew McCutchen. Yates calls out Austin Hedges.
Yeah, it looked like Hunter went straight right into the gap and then bellied out a little bit. great. And then he's yelling, "I got it," and then he goes out. Banana peel.
Brandon Belt at second base, 2 down here in the 8th inning. Andrew McCutcheon fouls the first one off to the right, out of play. McCutcheon with a single back in the 4th inning, a 1-for-3 day, and 2-for-4 in his career against Kirby Yates. Big spot here in the game. Go ahead run in scoring position with 2 outs in the 8th for the Giants. And McCutcheon hits a fly ball down the right field line. Renfroe coming over into foul ground. Renfroe will make the catch. They tumble into the crowd. Hunter Renfroe holds on to the baseball for the out. What a play by Renfroe. Giving up the body here is Hunter Renfroe. Tumbles into the seats. Game tied 1-1 thanks to Hunter Renfroe. To end the inning by Hunter Renfroe. Let's revisit our keys to the game, brought to you by your San Diego Honda dealers.
Be epic again, Eric. Eric Lauer, 6 innings pitched, only 1 earned run today. Last 5 starts, a nice ERA at 2.28. Rock Rodriguez, well, the young kid, Derek Rodriguez, 7 solid innings. He pitched very, very well. And that's where we are right now, tied at 1.
New pitcher is Will Smith into the game. 3rd arm used today by San Francisco.
23rd game for Will Smith, and this is one of those guys that maybe a team could use down the stretch prior to the trade deadline. Good numbers for the kind of, I'm not going to say funky delivery, but breaking balls for strikes consistently and hitting his spots nicely from the left side. Any bullpen can use an effective left-hander these days.
Spangenberg leading it off here in the 9th inning, 0-for-3 today. Struck out and flied out twice. Spangenberg sends one to center. Gorkys Hernandez there to make the catch. First out of the 9th. It's time now for the Bill Howe play of the game, and it's the catch by Hunter Renfroe. How far he has to run to get over there. Ends up 108 feet that he covers.
I'm just glad he didn't get hurt. I mean, he was going full bore. He's got the mounds to worry about. He's got that wall to worry about. That's a beautiful play.
Foul back, and it's 0-1 to Christian Villanueva. 0 for 2 today. Actually, make that 1 for 3 today. Had a single back in the first inning. Oh, and 2. Pretty nasty. It's there and then it's not.
Yeah. Good depth, tight rotation.
Grounded foul at the end of the Giants dugout off the facing of it.
Well, Will Smith has got to be smiling ear to ear, just a whole baseball career type thing, because he missed 13 months. Tommy John surgery. It seems like he's bouncing back quite nicely with those numbers. Made his debut this year on May 2nd.
Swing and a miss, and Villanueva strikes out. 2 down in the 9th inning.
That looked like a breaking ball out of the hand of Will Smith. Posey set up down and in. The breaking ball swung on and missed at 81. Out of the hand, looks like a strike. You commit. Out of the zone.
So 2 down here in the 9th inning, and it brings up Freddie Galvis, 2 for 7 in his career against Will Smith. Hand getting ready in the pen with 2 down here in the 9th. You got Posey, Crawford, and Pence expected to bat in the 9th inning. One and 2.
He loves that breaking ball, huh?
Yeah, it's got good results so far. Can understand him going back to it quite a bit.
Yeah, why not throw it again here? There it is. No hesitation from Posey. 3. Down and in.
Galvis strikes out. Smith with back-to-back Ks. 1, 2, 3, 9 time. 1-1.
May not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the San Diego Padres.
The bottom of the ninth inning, game tied 1-1. You get Buster Posey leading it off, and Kirby Yates back out on the mound again for the Padres. Yates worked the eighth, and he starts the ninth inning here against Posey. Foul back to the screen for strike one. Strike two. Right at the bottom of the zone. 0-2. Eric Lauer started the game, went 6 innings, giving up 1 run, the home run by Hernandez. Greg Stam in an inning, and now Yates starting his second inning of relief. Swing and a miss, and Buster Posey strikes out to begin the bottom of the ninth.
That is such a big out for Kirby Yates. Tie ball game in the Giants half of the ninth, because Buster Posey can be one pain in the you-know-what. Going after the fastball up, following it back, can't get on top of it. There's the splitter at 87. He can throw it for a strike, and he can bounce it. Uno, dos, adios to Buster Posey.
One down in the ninth inning, and it brings up Brandon Crawford. Crawford 0 for 3, is grounded out twice. Last time up, softly lined out to the shortstop. Oh, 0-2. Yates able to strike out Posey, now ahead of Crawford. 0-2. On the ground towards shortstop, Freddie Galvis moving towards the bag at second. 2 down. That brings up Hunter Pence. Pence walked in the second inning, grounded out to third in the fifth before striking out swinging in the seventh. Two up, 2 down here in the ninth inning for Kirby Yates into his second inning of relief. '25th pitch coming up here for Kirby Yates in relief. And it's 1-1 now to Pence. If the inning continues, Joe Panic waits on deck here for the Giants in the ninth. Fouled off, and it's 1-2.
I've said it many times when Hunter Pence is at the plate. You do not have to throw this guy a strike in this situation.
No, he will chase.
He will chase big time.
Chops one back towards the mound. Yates has got it on the third base side. His throw is good, and we're headed for bonus baseball today. From San Francisco to the 10th we go, tied at 1. After the game, we'll head out to Arlington, Texas, take on a hot Rangers team. They've won 7 in a row to losing today in the last 11 games for Adrian Beltre. 17 hits and a .386 average. Should Soo Choos get a 7-game hitting streak, hitting at .357. Cole Hamels, 7 home starts this season, 1-5, allowing 12 home runs.
Yeah, the beauty about interleague, we talked about the other day, you get to see quality players like this, especially, you know, Adrian Beltre on his way to the Hall of Fame. But Texas prior to today scored 48 runs during that 7-game winning streak. So offense and some good pitching. Hot not only for the Rangers prior to today, but hot weather-wise as well.
Sam Dyson coming in here has been used as the closer, makes his 38th appearance.
Well, with the save out the window, Bruce Bochy goes with his closer at the time as we speak to shut it down here, and hopefully for the Giants' sake they want to try to walk it off in their bottom half of the 10th.
Austin Hedges leading it off here in the 10th. And Hughes went off the end of the bat towards first base. Nobody's covering. Now Dyson does and gets over there. Wow. He was a spectator initially, but then threw it into another gear and gets over to cover as he looked up and nobody was going to be covering first. 1 down.
I've always been a firm believer as a pitcher, no matter where that ball is struck. I think he anticipated Joe Panik getting to that ball and was hit maybe harder than he thought. And then Brandon Belt was going to go over to first base. So he's got to get going quickly for the 3-1 putout. As soon as that ball's hit to your left as a pitcher, you got to go.
One down here in the 10th inning, and here is Matt Caesar, single back in the 5th inning. A 1-for-3 day today. Now the Padres are 1-4 in extra inning games this year. Giants are 4-3. Bouncing in 1-1. Chop towards shortstop. Crawford racing in, and his throw in time. 2 down in the 10th. Six in a row now retired by Giants pitching. Jose Perel is coming off the bench to pinch hit here in the pitcher's spot.
Yeah, a lot of love goes out to Kirby Yates in those 2 innings, giving up the double, struck out 1.
Fouls it off over by the on deck circle. One for 2 in limited time against Sam Dyson in his career. Fouled off, and it's 0-2. Two down, 10th inning, and down 0-2 is Perella. Derek Rodriguez started this game for the Giants, went 7 innings, giving up just the 1 run. Leadoff home run by Manuel Margot. Mark Melanson a shutout inning. Will Smith a shutout inning. And now Sam Dyson, the closer, working here in the 10th inning, has 2 outs. In the air, down the left field line, foul. Out ahead of this was Perella. Into a crowd today, 34,230, 34,230 for Game 4 of the 4-game series. Day baseball today from San Francisco. Two and two.
You know what I think's overrated?
What's that?
Every time a pitch is in the dirt, they switch it out. What about that ball that's squared up to the one hopper to shortstop? They don't switch that one out.
No.
It's such a waste of baseballs.
Some sort of scuff on it, right?
Yeah. I got overrated.
Swing and a miss, and striking out is Perella. And things here in the top of the 10th inning. Tied 1-1.
You know, it's for me personally 10 years of pro ball in the making, so a lot goes through your mind pretty quickly, and it's hard to take it all in. Excitement, you know, like I thought I would feel a little bit more nerves, but it's more, it feels like, you know, when you're 5 years old and your first day of T-ball is the next day, you know, you're really excited to play for the first time. That's what this feels like.
And that was reliever Robert Stock, who is making his major league debut right now. And he's got an interesting story. He was actually drafted as a catcher back in 2009 by the Cardinals, converted to a pitcher in 2012. He spent about 10 years in the minors, including a year of independent ball, before now making his debut. And his parents and his family actually were in Sacramento watching him play with AAA El Paso last few nights. They drove back to Los Angeles, that 6-hour drive. They were in their house 10 minutes when Stock's brother got the call. Hey guys, going to the big leagues. So they got right back in their car, drove up to San Francisco, grabbed their sister along the way, and then here they are. So it's been a busy weekend for them, Don and Mud.
All right, thanks very much. This one just out of the reach of Hosmer, down the right field line, and heading for second is Panic, maybe third. He'll round second and hold it up there. It is a double here. Maybe we'll see how they roll this. That has Panic standing at second base to begin the bottom of the 10th inning.
Well, let's take a look at this ball. High chop, one chop. You know, Eric Hosmer was backing up. It looked like a ball he could have maybe got in front of it, tried to two-hand it a little bit. He backed up, kind of let the ball play him a little bit. Thought it was a catchable ball, but Double?
Double it is to begin things here in the 10th inning. Alan Hansen, the batter, jumps back out of the way of a pitch in.
I would bet that if you asked Eric Hosmer, hey, should have gloved that one, he'd be the first guy to say, you know what, I got to make that play for my pitcher.
Robert Stock making his major league debut, 28 years old. Resides in Thousand Oaks, California. This one fouled off, 1-1.
Don, he's got a live fastball. He's touched 100 before, consistently about 97 to 99. Got average command on his slider.
Out of the University of Southern California.
That's why we saw the SC hat, right? His family in attendance today.
2-1.
There they are. Exciting times. That's awesome.
And started his professional career, as Andy mentioned, as a catcher. Made the switch to pitcher in 2012. There's a strike. And it's 2-2.
You know, I read a story online about Robert, and at the time he was having his girlfriend Sarah videotape him throwing bullpens so we could send him out. And then he sent out a video on YouTube to get it out there so scouts can see it and then see him pitch in person after witnessing on video.
Well, full count here now with a runner at second base. Nobody out in the 10th inning for the Giants. Hansen strikes out, and Robert Stock records his first major league strikeout. One down here in the 10th inning.
Mentioned the fastball out of the hand of Robert Stock. Well, there's the equalizer at 83. The slider splits the heart of play, but down out of the zone. His first major league strikeout.
Panic at second base, one down. Austin Slater pinch hitting here now for the Giants in the 10th. Strike one. There's 98.
That's some heat right there for you.
Saw a lot of Stock during spring training, and that's what he features. Strike two. Ooh, that one almost got away at 96. Hedges reeling it in. Fouled off to the right out of play. It's got a piece of that 98-mile-an-hour fastball.
This stock is consistently at 98, but that stock can rise. Hopefully paying dividends for the right-hander.
Slater grounds one back off of Stock, goes out to second where Spangenberg will fire to first for the out as Panic takes third base with now two down. Stock got a piece and kind of redirected it to Spangenberg at second.
Kind of tough to tell if you know, I think Corey would have made that play. He was on his way towards second base, and gotta love it. Stock family, like what they see there. One out to go here. Leave that runner stranded.
Now Gorkys Hernandez. Ball one. Hernandez tied the score with a home run back in the 6th inning. He is 9th of the year. Trying to give the Giants the win here in the 10th. 1-1. Off balance cut right there. How about the confidence of Andy Green to put in Robert Stocker in his major league debut in the 10th?
Welcome to the big leagues, big boy.
Line foul off to the right, out of play.
Andy Green directing traffic back just a little bit at third base for Christian Villanueva.
Hernandez strikes out on a pitch away, and Stock gets out of the jam. Works his way around the leadoff double to begin the inning. Strikes out Hernandez to end the inning, and we head for the 11th. Tied up 1-1. The Stock family loves it. Rodriguez matched up against Eric Lauer, and Rodriguez goes 7 innings, and he struck out 6 along the way, giving up just 1 run. He pitched great today, as did Eric Lauer, who went 6 innings, giving up 1 run. The only run, the home run by Hernandez, and Lauer would strike out 4 in his 6-inning effort. Both starters pitching well, and this game remains tied 1-1. Into the 11th inning we go. And Margot takes ball 1 from Reyes Maranta.
Saw Maranta last night in the 6th inning, 1 frame. He walked 1 Padre. He struck out 1 Padre. His 35th game. Hard thrown right-hander.
You know now to Manuel Margot.
4-seamer and slider pretty much from Maranta.
Strike call. 3-1. Ball 4, and a leadoff walk to begin things here in the 11th inning. 7 in a row had been retired there by Giants pitching until the leadoff walk here allowed to Manuel Margot.
That's the one thing that Maranta can't consistently take care of. A little high in the walks. 18 walks, now 19 in 34 innings.
Eric Hosmer 0 for 3 today with a walk. And he takes strike one right at the bottom of the zone. Starting to stop for Margot, and a big swing and a miss for Hosmer. Not sure if he didn't like the jump that he got or just testing Moranta over there, but a starting to stop for Manuel Margot.
Looked like it was a breaking ball too. That would have, looked like he got a good jump. That would have been a good pitch to commit on.
Starts and stops again, and Hosmer taking it this time for ball 2. Now he takes off. Hosmer swings, grounds one to first base. Only one out to get for Belton. It's to tag the bag. And to second base goes Margot into scoring position with one down. So starting the runner there really helped out. Could have been a 3-6-3 situation. But now he's in scoring position with one out. It brings up Hunter Renfroe.
In situations like this, it seems that there are some guys who want to be the hero, right? Just a base hit will do just fine. Everybody would love a 2-run shot. That would be great, but just try to put the ball in play, hit it hard where it's pitched. Try not to do too much. See if you can drive him home with just a single.
First runner for the Padres to reach second base since the first inning for San Diego. Margot is there with one down in the 11th inning, and Renfroe down 0-2. Bounces in, and now Margot is going to take third base.
That's great base running.
Wild pitch. Charge to Moranta.
From our vantage point, as soon as that ball started to go out towards the mound away from Buster Posey, Manuel Margot was off right there. Plays right in front of you. Shuffle, shuffle, daylight, got to go.
Infield in as Renfroe gets just a piece. Infield in all the way around now for the Giants with one out, a runner at third. Ball 2-2-2. Moranta missing at 97 miles an hour. Swing and a miss, and Renfroe strikes out. That is a big strikeout for Moranta. 2 down here in the 11th.
Looks like he went to the breaking ball. There's the slider. Way out in front of it.
Well, Bruce Bochy headed out there. Ty Block has been warming in the pen. Looks like he's going to go get him with 2 outs, and Corey Spangenberg scheduled to bat. Pitching change from San Francisco in the 11th, tied at 1. A beautiful day to be out on the water today, and lots of boats out there as we are in the midst of the 11th. New pitcher on for the Giants as Ty Block comes into the game.
Well, we got the left-hander there against the left-hander Spangenberg. You can see that Ty Block, we saw him as a starter. 77+ innings, not a lot of strikeouts, so a lot of balls in play.
Spangenberg fouling it off to the left, out of play. 90 feet away with a go-ahead run is Manuel Margot here in the 11th inning. Margot walked, took second on a ground out, took third on a wild pitch. Ball and a strike to Spangenberg.
Mentioned that Block has started 12 games, although no wild pitches this year from the left-hander. And have your eye on that, Manuel Margot, as he did taking third base a little bit ago.
Spangenberg lines one by the dive of the first baseman, belt into right field, and Margot will score, and the Padres take a 2-1 lead. Big hit for Corey Spangenberg here in the 11th inning, puts the Padres on top 2-1.
That's clutch. That's huge. Big time. Lefty on lefty, and Corey Spangenberg battles, just putting the ball in play, avoiding the strikeout. Take your chances that way. Thank you very much. Corey going into this game against left-handers 136. That's a huge hit for number 15.
See here if you can steal a base, get into scoring position for Villanueva, looking to obtain some insurance.
.136 versus left-handers. That's coming through. And with the left-hander Ty Block out there, if you're going to go, it's going to be on that first move as soon as he kicks.
Villanueva fouls it off to the right, out of play. Now the run is charged to Reyes Maranta. Ended up going 2/3 of an inning. No hits, but does give up a run, and right now is on the hook with the Padres on top 2-1. Walked one, struck out one. Villanueva will pop it up right side of the infield. Brandon Belt, the first baseman, will stagger and look out. He'll make the catch. Almost dropped that ball. Well, Corey Spangenberg coming up with a huge hit. It delivers Margot and delivers the go-ahead run for the Padres in the 11th on top 2-1. Inning now, and into the game, the closer for the Padres, Brad Hand, trying to slam the door today and pick up his 22nd save of the year.
And for the Giants, it'll be lefty, righty due up. Great numbers for Brad Hand. The strikeouts are just out of this world. 55 in 38 innings. The splits are mind-boggling. Lefties 0.70, .070 off of Brad Hand.
Almost hit Belt with the first pitch. Now Robert Stock, the pitcher of record, making his major league debut today, goes 1 inning, giving up 1 hit, 2 strikeouts. That's a strike, and it's 1-1 to the fastball to pick it up at 94. Robert Stock looking on to see if he gets his first big league win. That'd be something.
Oh, wouldn't it be so special on a day like today? You got one of the better closers out there in Brad Hand. Great story. Some family members in attendance.
Swing and a miss. Belt chasing after the slider, and it is 1-2.
There's that slider we know and love. Boy, really opening up is Brad Hand. Should say Brandon Belt. Brandon Belt really opening up.
Two and two. Toughest part of the order, 2, 3, and 4 here. Belt, McCutchen, and Posey with a 1-run lead. Swing and a miss, and he strikes out Belt for the first out of the 11th. 1 down.
No surprise. That's a legitimate strike in the zone.
One down in the 11th inning. It brings up Andrew McCutchen. 4 for 8 in his career against Hand. 3 singles and a double. Just a little bit low. McCutchen today 1 for 4 in the ball game. Single to left field back in the 4th inning. 2-0. To left center field. This ball is going to one-hop the wall. Off the ricochet, Caesar gets it back in, but standing at second with a one-out double is Andrew McCutcheon.
Now 2-0 count. Flirting with disaster against any pitcher, and you got to be looking for the fastball, and he gets it. Outer half at 95. That's why it's so important. We talk about it all the time. Locating the fastball, hitters counts, and when you're looking for it, and Andrew McCutcheon got it, you can do some damage with it.
Now Buster Posey coming up with a tying run at second base. And they're going to put him on. First base open. So putting on the potential winning run. Intentional walk of the no-throw kind. 2 on, 1 out, and Brandon Crawford coming up.
Well, here's the way I look at this. Double plays in order. You've got lefty on lefty. Brad Hand's only given up 3 hits to lefties this year. And then after that, you've got Hunter Pence. But then again, you have to look at what Bruce Bochy would do to counter with his bench players. He's already used Sandoval.
Slater.
Slater has been scratched off.
Crawford gets hit and the bases are loaded.
Wow. Wow.
There's a slider.
Yep. It's the 6th time that Brad Hand has hit a batter. A lot of them have been to righties with that slider down and in, like the back foot.
Bases filled here with Giants. 1 out in the 11th. Padres have a 1-run lead. Hunter Pence, the hitter. Strike 1. Four for 14 in his career against Hand. Pence lines it foul just above the Padres dugout. 0-2.
Here's the interesting thing now. Breaky ball from Brad Hand. Couple of things. One, as I mentioned, the hit batsman, right? He likes to go down out of the zone. Hunter Pence will chase. You go with the high fastball here, hoping that he fishes at if he swings at, or that breaky ball down in that could bounce. Austin Hedges really got to be on his game, smothering something in the dirt around home plate.
The 0-2 pitch coming up here to Hunter Pence. And Pence, it's a ground ball, base hit into right. 1 run is in. The runner that they walked in Posey, he's in, and the Giants win. A walk-off victory. Andy Green puts a potential winning run on base, and it comes around to score as the Giants walk it off. Tough one to swallow today for the Padres.
Unbelievable.
They take the lead in the top of the 11th. And Pence does this to win it in the bottom of the 11th. Guy who's been struggling, not getting much playing time, gets it done.
We've seen some ugly swings and misses. Talked about big hits. Hunter Pence, he's the hero today.
So a victory for the Giants. They take 3 out of 4 from the Padres in the series. Takes 11 innings today, but they are victorious. Padres Live is next. Mike Pomeranz, what's in store?